And today I'm talking about gratitude, attitude, and altitude. So these are aeronautical terms. Attitude in flying is your spatial direction and orientation based on the horizon. So if your nose is up, if it's down or up, or you're tilting this way or that way, that's all called attitude. And so in a cockpit, there is an attitude meter that tells you what your relationship with the horizon is, because you can't always tell in a plane. You know, sometimes you get disoriented. Sometimes up seems like down. So the attitude meter tells you where you're at. What's your attitude meter say today? Are you flying? Are you soaring? Are you having a bumpy ride? Or are you about to crash? What is your attitude? Gratitude determines our attitude. Gratitude is one of those amazing experiences and spiritual disciplines that when I practice gratitude, I am no longer worried. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer trying to control other people's lives. Therefore, gratitude is a very necessary component in my life. Unlike all of you, I sometimes expect people to act in certain ways based on my expectations. And I'm sure you've evolved beyond that. I'm sure you don't have all these expectations and get upset with people when they respond or act differently. But I have to check my attitude meter. Where am I here spatially? Am I going down? Am I still soaring? And I can remember, sometimes flying over the Rockies where, there's a sudden drop of like 4,000 or 5,000 feet. And it's like, we just hit an air pocket. I thought, well, if that's a pocket, I don't want to hit the whole thing, So, where is your attitude? Now, I love the thoughts of those things that we're grateful for. Grateful for shelter, grateful for food, grateful for family, grateful for wonderful friends. And I certainly am grateful for all of those things. But I want to dive into a little different perspective on gratitude. And that is grateful to be spirit. Grateful to be life itself. Grateful to be the presence in action. In our class on Tuesday nights, and it's so exciting because I have people coming up to me, before the service, and they're like, oh my goodness, this class is like changing my life. I've read this book before, but I feel like I've never read it before. And people are just diving into this consciousness of who we really are. So I want to ask you that. Who are you really? I mean, if you take away the name, take away the job, take away the title, take away the body because you're not really the body. Take away relationships, take away family history, take away all your personal programming and beliefs because you're really not your thoughts or beliefs either. What are you? Your spirit. There you go. Okay, so I was at my other church this morning, Church of Starbucks in Kailua. I like to go there sometimes to connect with my congregation there. So I want to give a shout out to Tina and Evangeline and Kimberly and Shawnee and others. And, it's interesting because I go in Starbucks and it's like, okay, so there's Tina. Hey, Reverend Timothy, how are you? Oh, I'm great, I'm wonderful. And she's like, oh, Timothy, you've got to meet this woman. She's writing a book. And then she walks up. And I've noticed this woman many times. And she typically stays to herself. I've wondered who she is. I've wondered what her story is. Tina knows everyone's story, and then she networks us. And so I'm like, hi, I'm Tim. And she said, hi, I'm Evangeline. And Evangeline told me a little bit of her story, that she lost her 2-year-old daughter. Her 2-year-old daughter passed away. And that she was just struggling with this, and her husband was mad at God, and Evangeline was trying to understand, why is this happening? What is going on? And 3 days later, she had a vision, a knowingness. She saw her daughter being held and saw her daughter as a bundle of light. And in that moment, she knew that all we are as light is spirit. And so she's up there at the Starbucks counter, and she's saying, all there is spirit. She's saying it about like this. All we are is spirit. And that when someone passes from here to there, they are still spirit. They are still okay. We miss them and we long for their contact. But she said, I still talk with my daughter. And on my daughter's birthday, I think it was 2 years later, they had another child. It's like, spirit is all there is. And she said, I don't know a lot about Scripture, and I don't, she wasn't too much, but she's like, I know this. And we were just getting into this, there in Starbucks, and I'm thinking about the time. But I'm like, ooh, I'm in the presence. We're just looking at each other as pure spirit, as pure oneness, as pure beingness, as pure essence. We are only that one power, that one presence in action. And that's what we're learning in our studies on Tuesday nights, of who we really are. Because when we know who we are, we know what we're here to do. When we know who we are, we know that we are here to be who we are, to be that light, to shine that light in our own unique, individualistic way, because each and every one of us are the presence of God individualized. Individualized in expression, individualized in uniqueness, individualized in a way that is eons in the making. You are no small stuff. We need you. We are more because you are here. Online, here physically. We are more because you are bringing that unique expression, that presence that is God. So, Evangeline, woman I'm talking with at Starbucks, said, so I asked Spirit, who do you love more? I'll just repeat what she said. Barack Obama or my father, who is a janitor? And she said, Spirit did this. They're equal. They're one. Because they both woke up this morning seeing the sunrise with purpose and lived into that purpose. Who you are is that presence of God. And for me, that is the basis of gratitude. Gratitude for who we really are. Gratitude that no matter what happens in our lives, with the ups and the downs, the twists and the turns, we are this presence of spirit that can never be defeated. I see Heidi back there, I think. And Friday night, I went to the art show at the Baha'i Center in Nuuanu. And I've never heard such a beautiful expression of art. I've been at art shows. I've been in art shows. I've never heard artists so appreciated as I did at that service. They expressed whatever one's art is, whether it's singing, speaking, writing, painting, drawing, whatever your art may be, that it is an expression of the voice of God. And that it wipes away the dust from the heart so that we can reveal who we truly are. I've never heard such a beautiful expression of art. Thank you, Heidi. Who we are is a work of art. Danny's here. Hi, Danny. Who painted this picture. Oh, Michael did this. Sorry, got it backwards. My apologies. Painted this picture of the Polly, and I love looking at the Polly every day, several times a day. It's an expression of God. It's an expression of who we are. Who you are every day is something to give gratitude for. Who you are every day is just what somebody needs. Who you are every day is just the lift that someone needs. Who you are every day is the light of God showing up as you. Who you are is what to be grateful for. And when it's that way, every day is Thanksgiving. Every day is a day for gratitude. In fact, I look at it and I realized, I'm living in gratitude most of the time. Now, there's times where my attitude meter is shaky. Sometimes it just goes offline. Has your attitude meter ever gone offline? Like, and we're doing, and then we begin to lose altitude. But when we really are in touch with who we are and what the presence of God is living as us, oh my goodness. What is there to be angry about? What is there to be fearful of? Everybody is this presence of God, so it's like I can't get enough, Soon, we're going to be in Christmas season. I'm already seeing Christmas decorations, where we're looking at the birth of Jesus. And I think of it as the birth of the Christ, and the birth of the Christ as all of us. And I realize as I walk around and as I talk with people and as I connect with people that I'm connecting with the Christ. That not only is every day Thanksgiving, every day is Christmas, because each person I'm meeting is that presence of the Christ. No matter how they may be looking at the moment. And there's a test. Sometimes pilots talk about getting disoriented. They're not quite sure if they're up or down or sideways. You need to check that attitude meter and the altitude meter. In the same way, we can sometimes get disoriented and think that someone else is the problem in our lives. Someone else is the blame for how things are going in our lives. If we could just fix other people. Sometimes I think of what would be a class that a lot of people would really like. And so I've thought about having a class called How to Change Other People. Just to lure people in. And then teach them, the way I change other people is to change myself, because then they look different. We change the filter. We begin wiping away the dirt from the window, and it's like, I thought the whole world was dirty, but it was my own vision. So those people who look like a problem, those people who look like something that needs to be fixed, I encourage us to do our own work. Do our own work and to see that glory. Wipe away the dirt, the dust from who we are, and realize the beauty that we all are. And then we can live into that gratitude. By the way, those of you who are in the Tuesday night class, this Tuesday we'll again look at who am I really? And given the fact that I am the presence of God in action, what then is prayer? What is prayer if I'm the presence of God? So come with that, okay, Tuesday night. The rest of you can be pondering that. And any of you can read the book, Discover the Power Within You, which I prefer, Discover the Power As You. And just know that you are this presence. You are this power. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you. Seeing the presence of God looking back upon me. I'm so grateful for all the ways in which we have been blessed. Sign up this Wednesday night's Thanksgiving meal. It's RSVP. Sign up. We're going to have a great time. I just invite us to take a deep breath as we move into a time of meditation. Take a deep breath and know the presence of oneness. Know the presence of the I am. Know that where I am is. Where I am is. We release any beliefs that prevent that, and we allow the expansion of our true selves, the expansion of spirit, the expansion of truth, of love, of beauty, that we truly are. We allow that, and we live into that, not only on Thanksgiving, but every day. Just breathe into that ground of being, the I am, as we go into the silence. Grounded in gratitude, grounded in who we are, we realize that we are here to be the presence, to be that presence of the I am here on earth as it is in heaven.